Hey everybody, Rocky Mountain Figures here. Today we're going to be reviewing the new Marvel Legends Retro X-Men Wave Iceman figure. So let's get started. So first things first, we're going to be taking a look at the packaging and the accessories that come with the figure. Also, while looking at the packaging, I'm going to show you a pretty efficient way to take the figure out of the retro style box without damaging it. Then we are going to be taking a look at the figure itself and the sculpting and the articulation. Then we're going to do some height comparisons with some other figures. Then afterwards we're going to head into the verdict / conclusion part of the video. So let's get started with that box. So taking a look at the retro style box here, it's a little bit big for the frame, so I'm going to be moving the camera a little bit. But there it is. It's a really nice style packaging. Brings you right back to those times, you know. So yeah, I really like the style packaging they have now. I did get this at a GameStop. I had Iceman on pre-order. So yeah, I did have Iceman on pre-order with GameStop. So I didn't exactly pay for the scalp prices. I already had $5 on it, so all I had to do was pay the rest. So yeah, I know I kind of did pay the full price for it, but you know what, it's all good. I don't really mind as long as I have the figure and I know I'm showing a little bit of my you know, again, if you want to pause and read the bio, there it is. There's the other figures in the line. I also pre-ordered the Storm figure as well, so I can't wait to pick that one up. I believe it's going to be around next week. It should be coming in around the 27th with GameStop. So there's a UPC in case you guys need it. So I'm moving the box out of the way. Now taking a look at his only accessory, and it's his ice slide, they're calling it, and it's pretty cool. I would say it's very well sculpted. I like the paint that they used for this so-called ice slide. Obviously you see a peg right there. There's peg holes at the bottom of the feet. All you got to do is peg one of the feet in and then have one of the feet on top of here. So yeah, it's a little bit, it's not leveled, but you can make it work. Obviously, again, I really like the paint on this. Really nice paint, really nice icy blue paint, you know, fits well with the character Iceman. I kind of wish he would have came with some more accessories, like some ice blast effects that can fit over his fist. But obviously, you know, Hasbro has released so many Marvel Legends with so many effects that it's most likely that we could just pick one of those up and, you know, finagle it onto our Iceman figure. Anyway, speaking of let's get to the Iceman figure himself. And I gotta say, it's a little bit underwhelming. Yes, it is nice to have the figure, but you know, it's just Iceman, you know, it's just all white. I know he's gonna fit well on the X-Men shelf. You know, I just feel like I bought another Silver Surfer. That's kind of what I feel like, you know. You got the little base with only one peg. Silver Surfer came with a surfboard with only one peg. He's pretty much all of one color, one white silverish color. Silver Surfer's white silverish color. You know, I just feel like I could have just easily gotten another one of my Silver Surfers and just painted him this color or white, you know, with a little hint of blue. And speaking of, that's another thing, kind of don't like. I don't like how this Iceman figure is not the same color as his ice slide, but I think but at the same time, I think it's a bit of a nitpick, because when you shine the light on him, he kind of sparkles this color. So I think it's just they didn't make it the solid color. This is the more, you know, this is more solid color, where you can definitely see it more. Where this, you know, you just have to shine some light on it and then you'll start seeing the hints of blue in there. So then more of a nitpick, but you know, getting to the figure itself, I really don't like that little line running down his face. It's a little bit distracting, you know, but I do like this head sculpt where it's kind of squared shape like ice, so I do like that. And yeah, It looks really good. Again, this figure is a great representation of Iceman from the comics back then, but I guess I was just expecting more with this figure, is what I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then there's a belt, looking really good. And again, you see with the light, the right lighting, you can see that the blue hints start to come out. So I do like that. You got the arms right here, looking very nice. And you come down to the crotch area and the thigh area. Again, it's all the same color. So there's some parts that are translucent too. I'm not gonna show that off right now, but here's the back of it. Again, this is a Spider-Man 2099 mold. So this mold's really good. Moving down to again, it's all pretty much the same color. Nothing really different with it. Now getting to our articulation. Right now his head can move pretty much all the way up. It can move all the way down. It's got the forward shifting movement. It can let me get it right. It can tilt a little bit. So yeah, you can get it to tilt and move side to side. His arms can pretty much move up right at the 90 degree mark. It does have the butterfly joints, and his arms move all the way around. Bicep swivel. Utilizing both double jointed elbows, you can get it that far up. So past 90, it's pretty good. It's got the wrist hinges that move up and down, and it can move side to side. Hopefully all this is capturing well on camera. Then he can move down that much, and he can move back that much. He's got a waist cut, and then moving the arms up a little bit to get out of the way for the leg movement. You can do the splits pretty much that much, right at 45 degrees. Would have liked something better than this, but it is Iceman, so you're not gonna see him get into some extreme parkour dynamic kicking poses. But his leg can move up that much, and it can move back not a lot. It's got thigh cut, double jointed knees right there. You got a boot cut, and then the ankles are on hinge, so they move down, they move up, and they also have ankle pivot. Now, quick note for me, all three, the waist cut and both thigh cuts, they're a little bit stiff on mine. And I think I had some extra plastic. All I did was kind of force it to move, and it moves okay now. All three of them move fine, but I'd probably recommend just maybe heating it up. That way you don't try to risk breaking yours like mine. But or since if it's extra plastic, you could get like an X-Acto knife, or just any type of knife, and try to cut it out. So yeah, just a little tip in case that happens to your Iceman figure. Now putting the Iceman figure back over here so we can make some room for some comparisons. We're gonna get to that right now. So breaking out my tape measure here, he is pretty much standing from what I can see behind the camera. He looks like he's standing a little bit, pretty much at 6.5 inch mark. It might appear different on camera, but he's pretty much right around the 6 inch mark. So now let's break out some comparisons. Here's some figures I had right next to me. Here we have him compared to the Power Rangers Lightning Collection White Ranger and the Transformers Deluxe Class Bumblebee figure from the Studio Series line. Then here's Iceman next to some X-Men villains. Here we have him standing next to the Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Mystique figure and the Marvel Legends Apocalypse Wave Sabretooth figure. Then here is Iceman next to the Family Matters 3-pack Quicksilver, who also utilizes the same body mold as Iceman. And then here he is next to the Apocalypse Wave Tiger Stripe Wolverine figure. And last, here we have Iceman next to the Warlock Wave Cyclops and his fellow gold teammate. Here we have him next to the Thoron Wave Bishop figure. Now let's head to the conclusion. Alright everyone, this is going to be the conclusion of the video. So just quick recap on what I thought about the figure. The figure is a good figure. It didn't so to say live up to my hype. I was really pretty excited for this figure, but now I kind of regret paying that GameStop price, $25 just to pay for this figure. Honestly, I would have rather paid $18 in my opinion, but you know, again, this doesn't, you know, change the fact that I am still happy to have this figure to kind of get my X-Men Gold shelf going. As you know, I've completed my X-Men Blue team. Now we're on the road to completing my X-Men Gold team. Next up is Storm, and this morning IGN revealed the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive X-Men issue 1 poster recreated with all the Marvel action figures, and Jean Grey was revealed to be in the back of that photo. So yes, we are getting a Jean Grey, updated Jean Grey. I am happy for that. And of course, I pre-ordered the Storm as well at GameStop. I think that one's going to be a little bit more worth paying a little bit extra money for, just because she's going to be harder to find. Again, like I said, I only pre-ordered some of the figures at GameStop just so I can at least guarantee that I have it. If I even find it anywhere else, like a Walmart or a Target for cheaper, I would definitely pick it up. But you know, again, another thing is, again, that line kind of bothers me on the face, and I wish this guy would have come with more accessories. Like, you know, on the box over there, you see him with splayed out hands and the ice effects coming out of his hand, creating his ice slide. You don't get both of those. I wish I mean, there's a lot of empty space right there, so I think it would have been easy for Hasbro just to give us some splayed out hands with some little bit of effects. They didn't even have to be like super long effects. It could have been like little short ones, or maybe just displayed out hands with the effects attached to those displayed out hands. You know, that would have been fine. That would have been fine too. But you know, Hasbro went the route where they just you know, tried to get us with this ice slide, which again, I think if I had to choose either ice effects or an ice slide, I would choose regular ice effects and some displayed out hands. But other than that, I do like this figure a lot. It's gonna look good with my X-Men figures, so I will give it an 8 out of 10. Again, I think this is worth picking up. Only again, it does have some of its problems. It's a little bit underwhelming, but still, I do really like the figure a lot. It's fun. Or sort of fun figure. You can't really get him into the most dynamic poses, but again, I highly recommend it if you're on the route to completing your X-Men Gold team. Now, that's going to end it for the review. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow me on Rocky Mountain Figures at Instagram. I'll leave my name in the description below, my Instagram name. And also check me out on eBay as well. I am selling a couple things on eBay. And so I'll leave that link too in the description below. And I think that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and before I forget, I wanted to make this comparison with the boxes. So I couldn't find the other retro boxes from other retro lines or vintage lines, but I still do have Anakin in his box. So I'm gonna make that comparison. By the Storm review, if I do ever find the my vintage wave boxes, I will compare it in a future review. So yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.